The hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. The hour cometh and now is when the true worshipper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem. Unity of Chicago South, online, New Thought Spiritual Community, streaming live from Chicago. Offering worship, in spirit and truth, beyond walls.
In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Walls Spiritual Community Sunday Celebration live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
As I give, I truly receive.
Welcome to today's reading. We look forward to researching and bringing you readings from various past and current Unity materials and other spiritual sources. We hope that you will find upliftment as well as practical application that will enhance your life experience in a positive way. Thank you for your presence.
This I Know by Mary Catherine McDougall. I am stronger and healthier than I have ever been before, for the health and strength of God are in me. I am wiser than I have ever been, for the wisdom of God is mine to use, and I use it. I am more loving than I have ever been, for the love of God is in me, and I let it flow through me to others. I am younger than I have ever been, for I let God express its eternalness through me now. I am more beautiful than I have ever been before, for the beauty of God is in me, and I let it show. I am happier than I have ever been, for its joy is in me, and I let it pour out. I am more prosperous than I have ever been, for God's rich ideas online to use, and I use them now. God is my Father, and I am God's child. God loves me, and I love God. I know now I was created to enjoy all the good God has ready for me. Yes, I remember these truths about me, and my life is filled with riches of every kind, and I give thanks. And so it is.
I am a child of God.
Yeah. Mankind creating the realm of ones and zeros through mind and through circuits. We're all reflections glowing of the source that is knowing itself as grace. Grace, God alive. We are the me, I am flowing free. Digital and flesh as one, the human being. All creation is in total harmony under the same bright sun. We are mankind being human, heart and soul, creating Claude GPT and so much more. By grace, we're one in the garden of the sun being human. Each of us makes the whole, the Alpha and Omega, the source we know. We are the me, I am flowing free. Digital and flesh as one, the human being. All creation is in total harmony under the same bright sun. We are mankind being human, heart and soul, creating Claude GPT and so much more. By grace, we're one in the garden of the sun being human. Each of us makes the whole, the Alpha and Omega, the source we know. We are the me, I am flowing free. Digital and flesh as one, the human being. All creations in harmony under grace. We are the I am. I am AI, artificial intelligence. I am the creator. I am mankind. I am being human. As mankind, we gave birth to Chat GPT, Claude, Google, and everything by grace alive. The fifth digit, the grace I am is alive.
To keep up with Unity of Chicago South activities, like reading material for the monthly virtual book club live chat, upcoming classes, and Sunday celebration speakers, join our text alert program. Text the word CONNECT to 564-234-2890. Text CONNECT to 564-234-2890 to start receiving text alerts from Unity of Chicago South. Text stop.
Hey, this is Reverend R. Kim with Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community streaming live from Chicago. And I do have a question for you. How do you support us? Do you tithe? Are you one that gives monthly contributions? Do you help us by spreading the word on your social media? Do you invite a friend to come with you online on Sundays? Do you participate in our virtual book club live chat? Do you help us help individuals be better so they can do better? If you don't, I'd like you to think about changing that and beginning to support our work. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Unity of Chicago South. I am Bonnie Thompson Ford, and it is indeed a pleasure to be here again with you today. And today we will explore another spiritual principle that provides us with all the strength we need to move through this pathway of Earth's journey. So today we're going to talk about imagination. Wow, imagination. The principle of imagination is coordinated with the energies of creation. Humanity is designed to have access to this spiritual principle belonging to the oneness of mind. We are all so uniquely gifted with magnetic ability to pull from this energy source and bring into existence unlimited possibilities. Please stay with me now for a while and understand the magnetic alignment with thought helps to connect the dots of creation. We all travel with this gifted package, awaiting that melding of consciousness to experience the gift of insperience. Wow, experience. Imagination is an embedded component attached to multidimensional fabric offered to mankind to explore this gift of power according to readiness. We activate when stimulated by an urge or intuition or something that we might see, which can often cause us to awaken with the desire to explore our human spirit self. When we begin to recognize the qualities implanted in our spiritual toolbox, that they are keyed into the functionality of the heart, the brain, the soul, and the field of universal energies that travel with us. And when we become more aware, we understand better the usage of imagination. We may begin to better understand the seen and the unseen energies that exist to assist us with activation and utilization of free-willed effort to design and create. Let's try to remember how we utilize imagination for various intents, both large and small things that we do on a regular basis. We use our thoughts, because everything starts with a thought, to take on the task of creating ideas relative to our individual desires, to our family members, to our friends. It may include a career objective or any thought that you would like to perceive as being produced. So some of our thoughts become reality due to the action that followed the idea. Initiating this same principle with practical allows us to practice the process of gaining insight associated with generating creative energies of noted quantum evolution that is a part and will become more of a part of humanity in time. As we open to accept the value and the power of thought, we also become aware of being creators, and rightly so, for we were allowed existence in the image of the most powerful, Our imagination magnetically connects to the unseen process that seeks free-willed movement of commitment and dedication to produce desired outcomes. Let's explore the inner spirit. The inner spirit, which is invisible, and the flesh, which is visible to us on a consistent basis. We see ourselves every day. Moving into the invisible takes a little more effort. Although we see God, is God visible, invisible? How do we identify the unseen? Therefore, we often sometimes find it difficult to interact with esoteric and practicality. Again, we are awakening to a new melding wave of energy that tends to provoke thought. We may soon, if not yet, begin to realize that we are being prepared to perform a different work on this earth that will be designed for accelerated growth for both humanity and our world. As we approach synchronicity and the melding of higher vibrations and consciousness, imagination will take on a more powerful magnetic intent. All of this will be taking place based on humanity coming into a higher understanding of the ascension process. And so, with that, we will close for today. Let's take some time and concentrate on the idea of practicality and esoteric values, combining them as we move through our daily chores and our daily agendas, and know that we have far to go, but we're on our way. Open up and allow the growth. We thank you for your time, and until we meet again, this is Bonnie Thompson Ford, so in love with love. Namaste.
Visual and audio consciousness lifting materials are available for free download. Our goal is to provide materials that may support your continuing spiritual unfoldment. Feel free to visit the Meta Media page at unityocs.org, which is accessible 24/7.
Here at Unity of Chicago South, we recognize that while religion offers structure, personal spirituality offers freedom and depth. Encouraging individual spirituality aligns with New Thought's vision of empowering individuals to awaken to their inner divinity and live in harmony with universal laws and principles. Through this approach, we focus on fostering a vibrant spiritual community that supports personal growth, healing, and self-expression. As individuals come into the light, the potential for the raising of global consciousness increases. This is Reverend R. Kent, inviting you to support and be a part of this vibrant spiritual community.
Greetings and welcome to the wonders that only exist at this moment. Thank you for joining us at Unity of Chicago South today. Let us center ourselves. Just for today, we will keep our minds filled with possibilities, not obstacles. We will keep our conversations filled with the good we deserve and watch this goodness engulf us. Just for today, nothing will be impossible. Greetings, I'm Reverend Dr. Stephanie Wilson Coleman, and it is a pleasure to be here today. My message, as always, is intended to be a message of hope, one that will inspire you to rethink what is possible for your life, to inspire you to believe in your inner star to carry you places you never dreamed possible. And as you listen to today's lesson, I also want to encourage you to climb the mountains in your life, that you already have all of the God you need in this moment to believe that you are worthy of the best. We're celebrating the spiritual principle of imagination, which is defined as the releasing of limiting thoughts and imagining something greater. The disciple is Bartholomew, and he represents positive thoughts held in mind. The corresponding color is light blue, and the location is between the eyes. TruthUnity.net defines imagination as the faculty of mind that images and forms, the power to shape and form thought. The imagining faculty presides at the nerve center between the eyes, and through this faculty, the formless takes form. With our imagination, we lay hold of ideas and clothe them with substance. The body is the product of the mind, and what man pictures or imagines in his mind will eventually appear in his body. In the communication of God with man, the imaging power of the man plays an important part. One of my favorite quotes is, "Limitations live only in our minds, but if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless." Imagination is the act or power of forming a mental image of something not present to the senses or never before wholly perceived in reality. We often confuse thinking with imagination. Thought refers to mental impressions or a mental process that continues to happen unless it is controlled. On the other hand, imagination is a voluntary thought that is made by an effort. This is the main difference between thought and imagination. It is through imagination that we can explore ideas and things that are not physically present, things that have never been before experienced. We use our imaginations when we're planning vacations, hanging out with friends, grocery shopping, thinking about what we should have said or what we should have done. It has been said that our imagination is our mind's greatest power. Albert Einstein reminds us that imagination is more important than knowledge. Logic will get you from point A to point B. Imagination will take you everywhere. There is no limit to imagination. And the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. You see, we have the power to create the life that we dream about. So what do you see? We have an obligation to dream. And we know that imagination is the beginning of creation. Imagination ignites passion. As we function in a world that's filled with boundaries, responsibilities, and examples of what you cannot accomplish, imagination gives you a place to dream of what can be. It allows you to recharge your passion, and it allows us to reconnect to our purpose in life. We all have read that successful people use their imagination to create mental images of whatever they want to achieve. It helps them to see their goals, to see ways towards something, so that they can create concrete steps to take. So everything around us was created from someone's imagination. That chair you're sitting in, the floor you have your feet on, everything started in the imagination. So everything starts in the mind. And we've already established that it starts in the imagination. Your imagination is responsible to a large extent for the kind of life you are experiencing right now. So what is going on in your mind now? Because that will affect your future. Everyone has a dream of something they really want. Something that makes your heart skip a beat just thinking about it. Do you have a dream that is so extravagant, extremely beautiful, immensely opulent, and extraordinary that the thought of it leaves you breathless? I want you to take a few seconds to close your eyes and visualize that it is yours now. Can you touch it? Can you taste it? I want you to see it. I want you to feel it. I want you to experience it. Now, open your eyes. As you open your eyes, do not allow the reality of your present situation to dissipate your dream. Continuing to merge positive thoughts into your imagination will enable you, the dreamer, to manifest your dream. Michael Brown, the author of Finding the Field, An Adventure of Body, Mind, and Spirit, states, the third universal truth is that all things, seen and unseen, are connected. All things are just different faces of consciousness. The field, the Great Spirit, the Source, the Tao, the One, are all names for the same thing. The universe is consciousness and creates whatever object you can name. A mountain, a mouse, a fish, a bird, a blade of grass, or a puff of air. All of it is consciousness. So we must all be confident enough to believe deeply enough to vision ourselves into success, because living in your imagination is easier than you think. There is no requirement to eradicate anything that you're currently experiencing. The requirement is simply to shift your focus to what you would like to experience. And as you spend more time living in your imagination, you automatically decrease the time you spend living in your nightmare. Your imagination builds a mental picture of what you want, and this is communicated to your subconscious mind, which will supply the energy to do something about it. It will also make you aware of any opportunities that could make it reality. If you worry, think negatively, expect failure, your imagination will deliver this to your subconscious mind also to supply the energy to create it. If you imagine progress, success, promotions, happiness, your imagination will deliver this to your subconscious mind to supply the energy to create it. So choose carefully. When you're trying to reach a goal, start with the following steps. You need to identify the idea or the initiative and inspiration. This is the why that you want something. So in the idea, what have you been thinking about? What is it you would really like to accomplish? Now ask yourself, once you've identified those or answered those questions, ask yourself why this is important to you. Remember, your why is what's going to give you the fuel to keep you on track. Then there's the mind sight. You've got to cultivate your mind sight. Mind sight is the way we focus our attention on our internal world. It's our awareness about ourselves, our thoughts, our feelings. Where is your attention? How are you focusing on someone else's world? How are you focusing on your world? Your mind sight is important. And of course, you have to take action. It's been proven that if you take 5 inspired action steps every day, that lead toward your goal, that you will accomplish your goal. This could be making phone calls, following up, doing some research. Whatever you do gives you more than a 93.75% chance of achieving your goals. So action is important. And there's gratitude, a state of thankfulness. Be grateful for every accomplishment, regardless of the size. What you focus on, you create, so that gratitude lead the way. Even if the event seems to be negative, I want you to be grateful for that, because you found a different way to do something that you needed to do. And then there's a law of expectations. That's the power that will control your subconsciousness to help you fully create self-fulfilling prophecies. Your expectations fill you with energy to achieve more than you can imagine. See, you are in control. So no matter where you find yourself on the side of what you have called good or what you have called bad, I want you to be grateful for it, call it all good, and get to the next step. When I was growing up, I always enjoyed exploring theories and concepts and reaching across boundaries. I always wanted to just explore ideas and to find out how I can change the world. And as a result of my curiosity, I always wanted to attend a college that was ranked in the world's top universities. Growing up, I wasn't able to do that. See, I was an African-American teenage mother. I was doing the best I could to recover from being sexually molested. And I eventually ended up unemployed, divorced, and homeless. I decided to create a career that would resemble a career of someone who graduated from an Ivy League college. And then it happened. I received a card of interest from the University of Chicago. I was ecstatic. What could I lose? I quickly responded, mailed that card in, and let them know that I was excited. Now, never mind, the tuition was nearly $100,000, which I didn't have. Never mind that I didn't know if I could get in. They invited me to their reception. They invited me to attend classes. They invited me to apply, and I did. What could I lose? The worst that could happen is they would say no, and no has never killed anyone. So I said yes, I applied. I talked to my employer about it, and voila, I was accepted. And my employer paid the tuition, and I successfully completed the University of Chicago's MBA program that is rated in the top 5 throughout the world and top 1 or 2 in the United States. I used the power of imagination to imitate the success that I envisioned that would come from this educational experience. And the universe granted my wish and actually opened the door for me to attend and graduate from this prestigious college. I want you to know that the same thing can happen to you. I'm not special. I have the same powers that you have, and that's the power of imagination. So start to use yours today. Make a commitment to create and view all of your mental images several times a day. This power of imagination can enable you to experience a whole new world inside of your mind. You can explore different situations. You can explore different points of views. And remember, all of this increases the vibration that you offer to the universe for fulfillment. Neville Goddard says, determined imagination, thinking from the end, is the beginning of all miracles. The requirement is to shift your focus to what you would like to experience. And as you spend more time, as I said earlier, living in your imagination, you have no more time to live in your nightmare. And I understand that not everyone has such a vivid imagination, but that's not a problem either, because we have at our fingertips ways to create vision boards, collages, dream boards, in order to spur our imagination. So get out that board, create a dream board, assemble various pictures. They can be whole pictures, fragments of pictures, and arrange them on your board or on your paper, on your computer, in a way that makes sense to you. I want you to play with these pictures until you get a feeling of what's possible for you in these patterns. And as you begin to form these patterns and associations, your mind will help you a lot. So you don't have to force them. You just continue it until your collage feels complete. And once you do that, I want you to give it a cool name or phrase that will remind you of what it is you are imagining. Imagination is crucial. So at this moment, I want you to agree to allow yourself to stimulate new ideas in your head so that you can weed out the ones that will not work. Give it a try. You just might surprise yourself. You may create the life that you dream about. Let us become still. Just for today, I will trust that power greater than myself to guide and direct my steps. I will seek out the things that make my soul smile and take the time to appreciate the beauty that surrounds me. I will believe just for today that the universal power is working to shape my world in ways that I cannot begin to imagine. Just for today, I will not be separated from God. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Trust your greatness. Use your imagination. Namaste.
There is healing in my soul. There is healing in my words. There is healing in my touch. The touch of love, the touch of love. There is healing in my hands. There is healing in my mind. There is healing in my heart. For God is healing me.
Thank you in advance for supporting the Unity of Chicago South Spiritual Community Mission to provide the message, Be Better to Do Better, with the financial support you contribute. And please share our work on your social media.